Hey everybody, hope you're having a great Thursday. A little rainy outside today, but God is glorified in the rain and the sun both. Wanted to ask a question today and then think about this. What is it that makes the death of Jesus unique? Really, I would almost say that the death of Jesus is the climax or apex or pivotal point of history, specifically his death, burial, and resurrection. But today we're just reflecting on his death and what is it that makes that death unique? Well, a couple of things that makes that death unique. First of all, the Bible tells us in 1 Peter 2:22 that Jesus was without sin. So no person that has ever lived has lived without sin. Christ is utterly unique in this regard. We can easily say, therefore, that he would not have seen death, right? The wages of sin is death. And so his uniqueness is that to be sinless and to have died. None have really faced that necessarily. All who have faced death have been those that have been sinners. And then the second thing, of course, is what he says in John 10:12-18. He says, "No one takes my life. I lay it down." He gives that life freely. He is being the sacrifice for your sin and for my sin freely. I'm going to reflect next week on the resurrection of Christ, but I want you to think about that. The horror and the sadness of the death of Christ, that he would be separated from the Holy Trinity, from the Father, so that we can have a sacrifice, so that we can have a relationship with God. It's amazing, isn't it? Beautiful. All right. Couple of updates this week. First of all, for celebrating Easter here at Grace Baptist, we're combining worship services this week and next week. So please go ahead and plan to be here at 9 for Sunday school, 10 o'clock. I think we're having the musical here that the choir has worked so hard on. So glad to see them back up on the stage there and singing and helping and aiding us as we sing praises to God. Second thing I wanted to remind us of, don't forget, you can download our church app. And I think I've already talked about this last week. Constance sent out a video on how to use the app. Let me remind you of this. The app has push notifications, or we might call them pop-ups. And many of us turn those off on different apps. We don't plan to use those a ton, but we do plan to use those for schedule changes, for deaths, for urgent prayer needs. And so if you don't care, turn that app push notification on in your settings on your Apple or in your Android device so that we can stay in constant contact with you. We love making sure that information flows. I don't believe personally there's any such thing as over communication in a church. So any new tools we can have to communicate with you more, we're going to utilize those and use those. In addition to that, we have the new website up and running. So I hope you've been able to look on there and go on there. And yes, if it is secure now. Had a couple of bugs this week, but we got everything worked out. It was actually always secure, never failed to be secure, but there was a couple of licensure issues and we're fixed. So I hope you're able to run over there and check out the new church website and to see that they match, the app and the website matches. So we're glad that is up and running. Special thanks to Constance for the work on that, and also to Richard Largent, who does a lot of hours behind the scenes. Some of our other folks like Phil McCracken and Jeff and Todd Smith, Larry Tierney, many of those guys they live unthanked for the service they do, but their service they do is so critical for reaching people with the gospel. So be sure you check that out, and just remember the schedule change for this week. I'll be in prayer for us as we travel to St. Louis. Looking forward to seeing my mother-in-law. We haven't had a chance to see them face-to-face since July, so just pray for traveling mercies for us, and we'll be back on Good Friday. Wednesday, we'll have somebody there to help us with the omnipresence of God, and as we go into this Good Friday, really contemplate what that unique death means for us. Hope you guys have a great day. Look forward to seeing you when we return.